Hello, my name is Dan Stewart, and I'm a Siemens product specialist at EandM. You may remember in a previous video I spoke about the flexibility of the ET200 SP series of remote I/O from Siemens. This hardware could only be used with Profinet until now. This was true until the introduction of the ET200 SP MF MultiFieldbus interface. It opened all the advantages of the ET200 SP hardware to users of Ethernet IP and Modbus TCP. On this slide, you will see a few of the advantages of the ET200 SP hardware. If you are interested in additional information on ET200 SP hardware, you can go to the EandM YouTube channel and look at the ET200 SP hardware overview and installing ET200 SP. Currently, there are two different MultiFieldbus devices available and another one coming later this year. Well, who should consider using these devices? Current plants that have mixed systems and understand the value of ET200 SPIO on their Siemens equipment and want to utilize the hardware on third-party controllers. Or OEMs that would like to standardize on one I/O family that could be utilized on multiple brands of controllers based on customer requirements, or applications that their current controller cannot accomplish, such as integrated motor starters, energy monitoring, or weight measurement. Here are examples of two of the release products and the future ET200 Eco PN product for outside the cabinet installations. I will go over a couple of simple applications on the following slides. The first application is of an OEM or end user that would like to add the capabilities of utilizing ET200 SP on their newer existing system. This example could be the same for a user of Ethernet IP or Modbus TCP. For OEMs, this allows them to have a consistent I/O platform, reducing engineering costs and adding flexibility to their systems. The second example is using the PN MF coupler. This is currently only available between Profinet and Ethernet IP, but future firmware updates will also allow similar functionality between Profinet and Modbus TCP. Instead of having to exchange data by hardwiring the I/O between controllers that don't communicate over the same protocol, this device acts as a gateway, appearing as I/O on both controllers over Ethernet. This allows each system to operate independently and still share important information with the other system. Here's a quick overview of the current product offering. So, how do I configure these devices to be used on my controller? Via the free MFCT tool. Number 1, select station. Number 2, configure the station. Number 3, parameterize the station. Number 4, transfer the configuration to the device and import files into your programming software. Next, I will show a short overview video. And following that, I will show you how easy it is to use the MFCT tool.
Siemens. Ingenuity for life.
Let me show you how easy it is to configure the protocol for an ET200 SP station using the MFCT tool. After you've opened up MFCT, let's create a new project. We're going to call this EIP demo. And just good practice to put in who actually did the configuration and a comment. Okay, so we have two choices here. We can either choose to create it from a catalog, or if we have a device already configured on a network, you can actually use that and read the information right out of it. We're going to do it from the device on the network, so click on Network, and we'll scan it to see what's available. And here it is. Double click on this. Nice thing about doing it on the network is that if you have all the hardware connected up, it actually reads all the information regarding even the firmware versions and everything else of the modules attached. So now it's just a matter, since we've done this, we could do it manually, but we're doing it by uploading it automatically. So next step we're going to need to do is parameterize the station. Select the head module, the interface module, and we're going to choose Ethernet IP. Really don't have to change anything else here. Next thing, ET200 SP devices, basically they have potential groups on the backplane. Since we can have up to 64 modules, we group the groups up to 10 amps, and those could be grouped because of function, part of the machine they're in, or that they're to keep them less than 10 amps. So always the first one has to be, first module always has to enable a new potential group. You notice below here we have a variety of things. We can change the input delays. We can change whether it's a rising or falling edge. On any of these, there's this having to be an 8-point module. If we look at the same thing for the output module, where we're not going to actually look at the output module, we're going to use the potential group from the left. And so that means that we're taking the in feed in this position, and we're also feeding power to there for the same potential group. You notice you can actually choose how the output is going to actually react in the event of a stop in the CPU. Okay, we're done. So now we can actually go to the transfer part of this program. And you'll notice we actually can download to the device since we have it connected up. We can download the configuration file to a separate folder, also a UDT file, which would be used in the programming software. The comma separated values is really only used when you're using Modbus TCP. And then of course we need the electronic data sheet. Okay, I see everything is correct here. Highlight the device, and now we can start the transfer. Now it exported the files, and it exported the configuration, and you'll notice it also showed you all of the I/O modules that are there. Now that we finished downloading the configuration and transferring it to the folder, let's take a look and see the files that we got on the folder. So basically you have here is your EDS file and your AL5X file, and those would be imported into your Rockwell programming software. The EIP demo file is just basically a copy of the configuration. So that's all it takes to do it. You'll import it in, and you'll use it like any other I/O within the program.
Thank you for your time. I hope you found this video informative. If you have any questions or applications that I can assist you with, please do not hesitate to contact me at the email address or cell phone shown on the card.